Welcome back, bros, to another video review, and today we have the opportunity to take a look at this brand new figure from the Transformers buzzworthy Bumblebee line, Transformers Rise of the Beast, Predacon, Scorponok, and Sandspear. With all that being said, which is a mouthful, I end up getting this copy of this figure early from a buddy in Virginia Beach who worked out there and who was able to pick this up for me because that Target broke street date and it had no restrictions on selling this item early. So here we go. As a heads up, this is a Target exclusive, by the way. So for the contents, this is what we get from the Hasbro plastic-free Save the Environment packaging. We get the figure itself, Predacon Scorponok. We also get his Beast Alliance weapon and companion, Sandspear. And then we get also a bonus accessory, in my opinion, or a nice accessory, which makes Predacon Scorponok's tail, which also equals a blade. Later on you'll see in the video. And then we get the instruction manual, which is standard for all Transformer figures. So here we are zoomed in to check out the features and the details of this figure. So let's go ahead and take a look at the smaller Scorpion first. Hopefully it's showing off in camera. I have the figure's companion, Sandspear. And I'm holding it like this so that you can see the applied paint they put on this figure. Is mainly on the back of the Scorpion and on the head. And on the head, they also went ahead and took it a step further and painted 4 eyes red. So I really like that because they normally don't do that to like weaponizers and companions. They really don't put a lot of paint on them because the majority of the paint will go to this figure, as you can see. So turning our attention to Predacon Scorponok, the main figure, he looks good and very impressive, and the paint job on him is outstanding in my opinion. Just to highlight a couple things on this figure, the face is consisting of 3 colors, the beige plastic, the silver antennae, and the orange motorcycle cop glasses in my opinion. When I turn my attention to the chest region and to the legs, we have the charcoal gray on the chest region with the beige, and the way the chest is picked out, it's definitely got some details to give it that rough, texturized, like for instance, it reminds me of like a newly paved street where it's kind of like gravel and rocks and stuff like that. Then, you know, turning your attention to the legs on down, you have the gray plastic, which are like the forearms and the thighs of the figure. And then you have the molded beige with the green painted on the front for the knees all the way down to the feet. Now turning my attention to the shoulder pads, those are cool in my opinion with the charcoal gray, which matches the Predacon symbol also with the lime green on the shoulder pads and the chest and the feet of the robot, the feet of the Scorpion, and not only that, the tail. So this figure, yes, has the same unified paint scheme, which is what I'm really digging. And just to end this section right here, check out the hands of Scorponok. If you can see it right here on camera, this is painted silver and then it grades back into the beige. That's a very impressive paint job, guys, for a Target exclusive buzzworthy Bumblebee figure. Normally, I don't see this type of paint job on this figure, but I think they did an outstanding job as a whole of giving us this character with an impressive paint job. So here we are. Let's check out the articulation on this figure. Let's start with the weaponizer. The tail goes up this high. It goes back that low. Not only does it go up, it also puts a gun attachment, which you can flip in or you can keep it out. And then the arms right here are ball joint so that you can also get him transformed for its weaponizer mode. And also you could decide if you want to raise his claws up or down. It's your option, but that's the articulation for that. So let's turn our attention to Scorponok. And Scorponok here is the main figure. His head rotates a full 360. So does his forearms. They are on ball joints, just like ball joints at his forearm. So it rotates all the way around. If you really want to see it, there you go. The legs are the same. They give us a lot of posability, and they give us a lot of dynamic poses that we will want to do with our figures. And I like that. Now, here's the one gripe I got with this figure. This figure is awesome with the articulation, but I felt like they could have did a little more to this figure, even though I know that I am stretching the budget that Hasbro has for these Beast Alliance Weaponizer 2-packs. I feel like if they could have put a waist swivel and took out this hollowness, this figure would be probably figure of the year for the Transformers Rise of the Beast line, because this figure, in my opinion, is just great. A waist swivel would have been like incredible for this figure. And not only that, here we are with the tail, which I don't have equipped in his hand. It has posability. The tail can bend. Like you said, you'll see it more in Scorpion mode, but like I said, it works as a sword and also possibly as a whip too, if you would like to have it like, you know, bent, whatever, you know, to show those dynamic action sword slicing through the air or wind poses. So here we are for the gimmick of this figure. We have the weaponizer Sandspear. So let's go ahead and get him transformed so I can show you his weaponizer mode. So for me, you got to flatten out the tail is what it says in instructions, and then it wants you to fold these up like this and then whip out the handle. Now, to me, this doesn't look as great as a fan mode can be, in my opinion, but this is the way they want you to do it in instructions. But what I like to do is I like to rotate these hands around to try to hide this hollow cavity in the sword mode. So you just keep rotating it. It will come all the way in. And I like to bring the hands together to try to give it less of a hollow look. And then I just insert it in his hand just like that. It may take a little bit of force because the way the hinge is on the figure, it moves back and forth. And now you have Predacon Scorponok holding his Beast Alliance Weaponizer Sandspear. And lastly, here we have Scorponok holding the other weaponizers from the previous figures in Wave 1. So here we are with 3 figures out in front of you, with the main figure being Predacon Scorponok. We're doing the comparison part of my review. As you see, to the left of him is Optimus Primal and Arrow Stripe. And on the right, we have Optimus Prime and Chainclaw. Now, looking at all 3 of these figures as a whole, Predacon Scorponok is a little shorter than both of the 2 outside surrounding figures. But with that being said, the best figure, in my opinion, out of the 3 is the Scorponok figure. Because to me, it just adds a ton of playability with the accessories it comes with. And it looks great. The paint job on this figure blows away Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal. Now, excuse my Optimus Prime because I went ahead and put some extra features on my figure and added some extra paint with some pink markers. So he doesn't come like that. So if you're looking and you say you want this one, I'm sorry, you're going to have to do the work yourself. So with all this being said, just looking at the group, this is Wave 1 figures surrounding the Target exclusive Bumblebee Buzzworthy figure in the middle. Now, I am aware there is going to be a Wave 2 of these figures, which I'm not sure it will get any more enemies, but this figure is a army builder. So yes, I would love to get tons of these characters. Because of the trailer, it showed multiples of these guys roaming the environment with the Maximals and the Autobots trying to extinguish them because it seems like it is an infestation. So yes, Wave 2 is supposedly, I believe, Wheeljack and also RC in the future. Hopefully we'll start seeing those trickling out very soon. And like I said earlier in the video, yes, this figure is street dated. So if you don't see it on the shelf, just give it a week. It will be on your shelves and available for pickup at your local Targets. And lastly, before we leave this portion of our review, here we are just comparing it with some figures in my collection that you may already own, just to show you the various scale and the size differences per figure in each line, starting with the core class, the deluxe class, and then the two Voyager size figures behind the main figure, Predacon Scorponok. So now for transformation, let's just move him out the way. It's very simple. I'm going to unwedge this in here. It's not hard to do, guys. So as a heads up, turn his heads backward, fold this piece up. It says put the arms all the way up like this, and then turn them up this way. Turn them up this way. And then it's pretty much done. It says do one leg at a time, which I'm going to show you. It has a ball joint with a hinge right here, so you want to hinge it. And then these are tabs right here that are going to line up right here. So once you got it tabbed in, you push it all the way in. It's going to lock. And I recommend before putting it all the way in that you kind of like line up this bottom part, because if you don't, as you saw, it doesn't like to lock in place. And squeeze it to get it to completely close in. And now you pretty much have Scorponok done. You just wedge the tail in here in these grooves, articulate it the way you want, and now we have Predacon Scorponok transform into its beast mode. So now that we have him in its Predacon Beast mode, I just want to say this figure, in my opinion, turned out very well. Yes, there is a little gap right here when you're looking at it from the above bird's eye view, but I think it turned out very well. I like how the green is throughout the whole figure. It's not like it's a random color just placed anywhere. And it's also in the tail, and as I was showing off earlier, the tail does bend, so you can have that scorpion tail in a more traditional pose if you like. And then look at the green on the legs. Even though it's painted over this dark charcoal plastic, it just works for me. So and I want to show off, like I said, hopefully it showed off earlier. Look at the forearms right here. On the top they have the painted silver, and look, check out the face. The face looks good too. They got the eyes painted red with a little bit of green, which is throughout the whole body. So yes, this is an impressive paint job for a buzzworthy Bumblebee Predacon Scorponok's figure. And for the comparison in alt mode, here we have the mainline Optimus Prime Rise of the Beast figure, and then we have the Studio Series, the Nest Bumblebee. So just showing you off the type of size of this figure compared to the figures we already own. So here we go. I'm going to show you how big and beefy this guy is compared to some of the other figures. Since Bumblebee's hanging off, we'll do it like this. And I'm not sure if this is the size he is in the movie, because I don't really know, because the movie from the trailer just moving so fast. But just showing off the scale of this figure in alt mode, it's about the same size as Voyager Optimus Prime from the Rise of the Beast mainline figures. And then it's definitely way bigger than the Studio Series Nest Bumblebee, as you can see right there. Just holding them up so you can see the length. And mainly that's because of the arms, but it looks good. And here we go with Optimus Prime. We'll do it this way since I got the gun on. So yeah, practically the same size as a mainline Voyager size figure, in my opinion. So now it's time for the Yeah Bro figure grading system. But I'm going to be honest, let's go ahead and skip past that, and let's tell you if it's a pickup or a pass. So all of what I'm about to say is in my opinion, by the way. I believe this figure is a pickup. The reason why it is a pickup is because it has a tremendous and impressive paint job on this figure Not only that, it comes with 2 accessories. The previous Battle Masters only came with 1, but you get 2. It has a ton of posability. The colors just pop, and this is a army builder figure. So yes, if you see this in your local Target store, don't hesitate to pick it up. Just refer back to my opinions if you need some help persuading yourself to get this figure. So if you're interested in picking up a copy of this figure, I received my copy from a local Target store near me, where I paid $15.99 plus taxes. Now, normally I would include the link for this figure, but unfortunately because the item is street dated, the online website is not recognizing the UPC. So I will include the UPC, and I will also include the Dcpi right now, so you can see if you would like to pause to have your local Target employee to at least check to see if your Target is receiving this buzzworthy Bumblebee Target exclusive figure. Now, if you're interested in getting it online, I will post that when that becomes available. Not sure when that will be available, but like I said, guys, this is an awesome figure and is highly recommended in my opinion. As always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. By doing these 4 actions, it shows my channel a tremendous amount of support, and not only that, it helps my channel to grow and one day become monetized. Thank you once again for spending your time to watch my video. Until next time, yeah bro, I'll see you soon.